When it's gone, it's gone. We can't ever get those places back, and I think that sometimes once those things go away, it's when people really realize how important they were to their, personal identity and, community and what they call home. Historic preservation can be a part of any type of project anywhere, as long as there's part of our past that is associated with it. And it's all about the preservation of our shared cultural heritage, from the archaeological resources, the built environment, to even some of those intangible cultural items like events or social occasions that we might have that would all be considered under the umbrella of historic preservation and our cultural heritage. Across the country, we do all types of projects, from National Register of Historic Places nominations, determinations of eligibility, Section 106 compliance and review. We also do historic preservation planning, and some of the projects in historic preservation really require an in-depth knowledge of specific requirements and architectural styles and guidelines. So SWCA has a plethora of people to be able to complete those projects and ensure that those guidelines are followed. Through our work at SWCA and being able to preserve and tell these stories, we are able to share them with people and make them available so that it can, really get the story out there, to bring people together and give people new ideas. Like, we're here at the grain elevator in Wyarno, and it was a grain elevator built in the early 1900s, and it currently is an art studio and a residence. So these places can be more than just what they were in the past. They can be reimagined for the future and brought in to continue to tell the story. This is a standing structure from the 1900s that still has most of its historic character intact, and it's the last one in the county. Some of these urban centers, the surveys include hundreds or thousands of buildings, which is just really, almost infeasible to do in the field, and using modern technology, drones and video cameras and 360 video imagery. I think one of the things that really makes us unique is that we are always willing to take on new technology. Typically, we think of mitigation that you do everything on site. You go to the place and you build your sign and you put it up. And for this particular project, we were able to produce a story map, and it tells the whole story of the Nowood River watershed and the story of Asa Mercer, who was an influential character here in Wyoming in the late 1800s. And by creating story maps that are available online, the impact of our work goes so far beyond just the direct location of that project. And we all care deeply about our resources and the communities we're working in and the clients we're working with to make sure that we meet everyone's objectives. These historic places are places that we can still live in and keep with us, being stewards of the past in the present and into the future.